Hello and welcome to the first lecture of this new section, Customer-Centric Approach, how to take the customer-centric approach in your brand management to reach the excellence level. So in this particular section, we're going to talk to you about how can you build a customer-centric approach. And in this particular lecture, we will give you a quick overview, not much really, and then we will take you through the various parts of the strategies or processes that can help you do starting with active listening, customer research, and creating buyer personas. So how would you think you would go about building customer centric approach? Any thoughts? See, prioritizing, understanding, and meeting customer needs and expectation is crucial for building strong customer relationship and ensuring long-term success of your business and building your brand. Now, there are many things that you can do that we have listed out here. Instead of talking here, I will take you through each of these as we go forward. So let's look at active listening. So how to listen actively? What is active listening and how can you do active listening? Let's look at some of the examples and illustrations and some of the things that you can do. So what you need to do is to listen attentive to your customer. Now it could be through direct conversations, surveys or social media interaction. Pay to their feedback, suggestions and pain points, and that is the end result of active listening. And this, how could you do that? You could ask questions, you can paraphrase what they're saying and get confirmation. While doing all that, use positive body language because that will encourage them to talk to you and that can help you listen more. Show empathy, say I understand. Use the same words that they're talking about. Avoid passing judgments on what they're saying. Don't start giving advice right away unless they ask for. Don't give advice. And at the end of your conversation, evaluate your conversation and say, did you really live? Did you really listen actively? And at many times in your conversation, you don't have to do anything. You may be just be required to listen, and that may be just the enough part of it. So that's these are the things that you can do to listen actively. How to conduct customer research, and we have talked about it, but let's quickly recap. What do you think? How can you conduct research to make sure that you are customer centric? So what you need to do is to conduct a regular customer research, right? And regularity could be definitely annually, but could be more frequent. And there you gain insights in your customers' preferences, behavior, changing needs, personality requirements, etc. The emotions that they need to connect emotionally with them, and you need to use both qualitative and quantitative methods to gather comprehensive data. The qualitative data will answer the question why. Why are they doing what they're doing? It's through observation, symbolic through words, and you interpret the observation and you group common data and you use non-statistical analysis. So it's a very intuitive and obviously a qualitative process. And the quantitative part is you answer quantity part of those questions. Instead of why, you say how many, how much. You get numbers and statistical results. You measure and test and you do statistical analysis. And broadly for four of both these research designs, you look at why are you doing this, what is the data type, what is the approach, and what is the analysis that you need. So that's a broad summary on customer research to remain customer centric. How about how to create buyer personas? And we have talked about it. Let's quickly recap. How do you think you can create buyer personas? So detailed buyer persona development requires you to represent your target customers, understand their demographics, motivation, challenges, and goals. And here is a good example of Tommy from technology, where you see his background, his demographics defined, his goals defined, his challenges in life defined. What are the common objections that he faces, and what are his biggest fears and hobbies and interests? So like this, you need to create the buyer personas. And how do you do that? Let's take a look at that. So the first step, you need to conduct buyer persona research in which you talk to your customers, set up a survey, check your or site analytics, research on social media, interview customer support and sale, and distill your research data. And then you create a buyer. Once you have enough data based on the all these things that you have done, you create a buyer persona in which you have name and photo, the code, the background information, goals, challenges, fears, problems, values, buying decisions, and if possible, solutions. So this is how you write a buyer persona. So what's next? So we will take a look at another thing that you can do to remain or become customer centric is of mapping customer journey, and we will do that in the next lecture. So thank you so much for watching this first lecture on how to become a customer centric, how to take customer centric approach for brand management excellence. I hope you're continuing to learn new things, continuing to enjoy, and I do look forward to see you again in the next lecture. Feel free to download the PDF file if you missed anything that I've talked here, and ask me any questions anywhere you see this video. I'll be happy to answer your questions for you.